13,000 feet high up in the air with a plane that rattles as if you were driving down Telephone Road with all of its potholes. Would you take the instructed $200 jump? I'm Benjamin Puga, third year here at Ventura College, majoring in materials engineering. What's materials engineering? Well, if you've ever wondered why a material is shiny, malleable, brittle, then that's what my major seeks to answer. I grew up here in Ventura County, specifically Oxnard, and I hope that by fall 2023, I'm in San Luis Obispo studying my major in Cal Poly. When I have free time, I enjoy a variety of hobbies, with skydiving piquing my interest this past summer. Benjamin is a bit too long, so feel free to call me Ben or Benji, Benji being the most common. I grew up in this area for most of my life, apart from living in San Diego for about a year when I was 10 years old. My family wasn't too comfortable there, so we did end up coming back. I was also against staying in San Diego since my friends were back in Oxnard. I went to Horton Elementary while in San Diego, where I had to wear a navy blue and white uniform, and the milk also came in small bags instead of cartons, which was a bit out of the ordinary. I went to Oxnard High School when I came back all 4 years, which I enjoyed before coming to Ventura College. I'm a third year here at VC, and I hope to transfer out by spring of 2023. If all goes well, I hope to be in Cal Poly slow. I recently visited the campus, and their motto, learn by doing, is what resonated with me. I like the hands-on aspect of the campus as opposed to UC Irvine, which is known for its research opportunities. That said, Irvine is my second choice of school. Even though I'm more hands-on, I don't rule out those research opportunities, and their materials department is excellent along with its campus, which actually feels cozier to me than Cal Poly due to it feeling more physically compact. I ultimately wish to help my parents once I have my degree and let them finally live a comfortable life. Growing up in a family of 10 was not easy for them. At the time, my parents were immigrants, and then they are now citizens. Seeing them strain themselves time after time to give me my education only makes me want to get my degree faster. I do have 4 brothers and 3 sisters, 10 total if you count me and both my parents. Growing up, my household was a bit rowdy. I was a hyper kid who couldn't stay put, which is for the better or worse. To give you an example, when I lived in San Diego, I vividly remember my mom making me some albondigas, which is like meatball soup. Keep in mind, I would always watch TV while sitting on the floor and eat my meal. That said, the albondigas had just finished cooking, so they were steaming hot. I had just entered the apartment after having played with some neighbors outside, and I remember still being a bit hyper and grabbing the bowl albondigas, sitting down in front of the TV. The next 2 moments are a bit more cloudier due to being in pain, but I ultimately ended up kicking the soup directly onto my stomach around where my liver is on the right side. And then that basically ended up boiling my skin. The scar has faded, but there's still a slightly discolored patch on the right side of my stomach. I was definitely crying my eyes out, and on top of that, my brother was yelling at me, "Te vas a morir," which means you're about to die, and then laughing hysterically. That, of course, made me cry further. Some hobbies that I enjoy, um, like I mentioned, was skydiving earlier. And I did just that this past summer. It's more of an interest and hobby since I don't do it constantly. I went at the a recommendation of a friend for his 21st birthday, and thus we went to a business called Skydiving Santa Barbara, located in Lompoc. I love the rush. I have been heavily considering taking the classes they offer and get certified for solo jumping. It was about $200 for the mid package, which is a jump from 13,000 feet with a 60-second free fall. I heavily recommend the experience, even if it's just a one-time thing. I have also taken up surf fishing recently, which is fishing from the beach shore, and love the peace and calm that accompanies the hobby. I'm also trying to get better at surfing, but my lack of confidence in my swimming is giving me trouble. I'm working on this by swimming at the gym as much as I can. I don't have as much free time as I would wish since these next 2 semesters are critical for transferring, but I keep myself sane with these hobbies. Admittedly, this semester is not as heavy as previous semesters. It's mostly filled with general ed I didn't do, like this communications class needed for CSUs and UCs. According to my plan, I should have about 7 months left before I transfer out, hopefully just slow. So if you see me around campus during this time, feel free to come up to me and make small talk. If you want to ask about my major, or if you just want to give me some tips to improve my surfing, I'll definitely be happy to listen. I've often been told I look a little angry or sad. However, that isn't the case. I think I'm a nice dude, so I hope getting to know me will ease some of these nerves for the rest of this class. Thank you.